Hey there guys, BlackPanthaa here and welcome back to some Forza Motorsport 5 once again, and today what we're going to be doing is customizing this Lamborghini Aventador that I bought for obvious reasons. If you saw yesterday's video, basically making a summer tournament, basically people will be able to race with me and play online and stuff. So what I thought I'd start doing with the car hoarder is kind of tie it in, because I need to be building cars for, well, the events that are coming up. Otherwise I'll have to rent cars and I don't really want to do that. So what I want to do today is make this Aventador probably A-Class or S-Class if I want to push it a bit further. But today basically just want to go with a circuit build. I think it's the first circuit build in the series, and I don't know how much it would go up. I think, yeah, it's automatically going to go to S-Class. So the Aventador today is going to be an S-Class car, because really I want room to kind of upgrade it and so on. So we'll have it as a circuit S-Class car for this one. Okay, so I'm going to put this on because I like it. It looks cool. It looks cool. Anyone that disagrees, I don't care. Well, now we're going to go with the spoiler. It's got to have a spoiler on it, I think. I don't know. I actually quite like it without a spoiler, but I also like it with a spoiler. But I'm going to go with a spoiler, which is going to decrease me back to Group A, which is not exactly what I expected, but I don't care. So for the drivetrain swap, we can go back to rear-wheel drive, we can go to rear-wheel drive, not that I want to. We can also do the aspiration conversion, and that's what I'm actually going to do. I'm going to put the twin turbo in there, because it looks like it helps quite a bit, and I think that'd be a good upgrade. For the engine, let's very quickly upgrade the air filter. First thing I usually always do, but I think, you know what? We're really just going to go across the side. This time I'm going to stay organized and make sure I'm going exactly where I need to. Before actually we go any further with this, it might be a good idea to upgrade the tires, because that's going to be very helpful. I noticed that in Forza, tires kind of are very helpful. But to be honest, at the same time, if I have drag tires which decrease the grip and the handling, is as it says, but improve the braking, it actually helps me slide easier and gain more control. And it'll also actually, I believe, decrease the stats, so it may be worthwhile putting the drag tires on to be able to then improve the car even more, because that's going to put us straight to the racing class, which will help us handling acceleration slightly and braking wise. But I think we're going to go with drag tyres, which will actually give us more room. That's kind of a sneaky little tip, really. If it's four-wheel drive, really just stick the drag tyres on and, you know, expect it to slide round a bit more, but it'll help, really, if you think about it. I never actually thought of that. I just learned something without even thinking too hard. So as you can see, my money's actually gone quite a bit down now. I need to try and find some like tips on how to get money very easily. So far I've just been doing races and races and races and races, Forza rewards. But there's got to be another way, so I've got to try and search up on that stuff. And thankfully we can put the race twin turbo in there without it actually leveling up. It looks like, ooh, we can just about make it. But without doing too much there, we actually need to do some suspension stuff as well. We need to lower it and upgrade. Oh, we could do weight reduction as well. I just noticed that something is missing from here. The brakes. Why can we not change the brakes? Okay, let's just carry on with everything here. Change the anti-roll bar. And how much will this change if we put a thing on it? It actually improved the handling and braking, slightly lower the acceleration, a minimal amount, but it gives us more room to once again upgrade. If we put weight reduction, I'm guessing it's going to change class. Yeah, it's going to change class. We put weight reduction in. So drivetrain, I'm going to sort the clutch out here. I'm also going to do the transmission. Almost about maxed out with that now. Pretty close, pretty close. And then it's literally tuning we've got left we can play with. Alright, so we can put the race diff on. Alright, so we've got literally like 4 points to work with, I guess you could say. So we could do a weight reduction, or we could just put more power in it. Could put a slight bit more power in it without it leveling too far. And I wonder if we can put any level of weight reduction in there now. No, we can't. So we've literally got to the stage of where we can't put anything else in. I'm just hoping now that actually maybe we might get some more out of it if we change the rims. It might decrease it slightly. So if I go with... I could go with some special rims. I think I'm going to go sports rims with the Lamborghini. That looks really odd. I don't like those for this car. Those aren't bad. They're kind of weird and cool. Quite like those, though I'd prefer more spokes. Let's keep going. What have we got? The thing is with the Lamborghini, it's a weird body shape, so not many rims really fit it, I don't think. Like, you'd have to have a very crazy style of rim. And it'd have to be black, I think, like that. That looks pretty good, actually. What else have we got? No, that's a bit too much. It's not bad, but... I don't really like many of those, to be honest. I might just stick with the stock ones, because they're not that great, these. Those aren't too bad, I guess, but it'll put me up. So I'm going to stay stock, I think. Probably the best thing. For the tyre width, we could improve that, I guess, which is going to change the acceleration negatively, but... Oh, come on, really? So we'll just literally leave those stock. I think that's literally what we're going to have to stick with this car. There isn't a lot of room to play around with, really, because, well, yeah. But I'm pretty proud with what we've got out of it, because it still looks pretty nice, even though we haven't even done the visual customization of this car yet. So what could we do? What I want to do very quickly is find some designs. I wonder if there's any really nice designs we can see. If not, I think I like the orange of the Aventador. It's just the colour it should be. Quite like that, but it's too bland for me. That is very nice, but it's really basic. I could make that myself anyway. But at the same time, the Aventador... It looks good from that angle, but I think at the back it wouldn't really look good blue, if that makes sense. And what the hell? Tron? Okay, makes sense. And we could go with pure gold. Not that that's anything difficult to go with. Police cars. And what else we got? So that's not weird in any way, no. That's pretty nice. Quite like that one. That reminds me of the Tokyo Drift RX-7. And that's literally all we've got there. So, not a great choice of vinyls there for what I like. So what I'm going to do is literally go straight to paint. And we will make this thing how we want. So I'm sticking with this colour. My question is, will a carbon bonnet fit this car? My question has been answered. A carbon bonnet does fit this car. I think if I put the wing mirrors carbon fibre as well, it'll start to look a bit nicer. Can't change the spoiler. Rims, I really want to make those carbon fibre. Yes, very nice. And for the windows, I'm going to put black tint on it. So, I quite like that. I think orange is just the colour you need for the Aventador. To me, it just doesn't feel right otherwise. Like, I could probably find another colour. You know, white might work, or as if the blue worked really well with it. Black works really well as well, but I think just to have that Lamborghini feel, it needs to be yellow or orange. Or maybe green works, actually. But yeah, it suits any colour, but I think it really just, for me, needs to be orange. That's what screams the Aventador to me, which is the orange, so we're going to go with that. Now, I'm not exactly sure what I can do sticker-wise. I don't know if I really want to do much to it, because it's just a very minimalistic car. It's not exactly, but you know what I mean? It just looks nice and minimal, this car. So, if I was going to put anything on it, I'd probably put... I don't know. I could put the Panther on it, but I'm not going to do that. I could put some tribals on it. We could try a tribal. Let's very quickly go into the paint shop. So, some of you may not have seen this if you haven't seen Forza. This is basically how the vinyl system works. So, you can actually add shapes here, which are predefined ones. You can search people's created ones, which are here. There's some pretty nice ones as well. And you can also add, you know, layers that you've created, that sort of thing. So I've got quite a few saved. That tribal design I like quite a lot. So I'm going to actually try that tribal design on it. We go on to the side, load file, right. Oh, I'm actually quite liking that. If we increase the size to, I don't know, 25. I quite like that, actually. I might go with that, to be honest. And then have it duplicate on the other side as well. I'm not exactly sure. It's not bad, but it's not terrible. But I don't think I'll have that. What I want to try then is add a shape to here. This is how I kind of like black out parts of the car as well. So you just literally get a black sticker and make it bigger, as you'd expect. I am having that. That looks very nice indeed. I like how it's kept around that bit orange. I'm definitely having that. So I think that's literally all I want to do to this car. Just put a black sticker on the back. that's all he's done with the customization. But yeah, that's all I really want to do with this car. I think that looks really, really nice. I'm very happy with that. Okay, so now that's saved and my Lamborghini is ready to roll, what I'm going to do is pretty much take it to the track. So let's go to upgrade. Now, I'm not expecting to be able to do a lot tuning-wise because really, there isn't much you need to do for when doing circuit. Like maybe camber, and that's probably it. You know, drop the suspension or, you know, loosen it. It's your style. I'm not sure exactly, but we'll see. Let's go to Mount Panorama, which is my favourite circuit, and let's see assists we've got on. So recently I've been trying to kind of use these settings to give it a go. I mainly keep steering on normal for because it kind of reminds me of the drifting. Once I get this, if I can get the car sideways, I save time. So that's why I kind of stick with normal, manual, cosmetic, blah blah blah. Okay, that's fine with me. Alright, so we are going to go to Mount Panorama, and I will see you there. Alright, we are on the track with the Aventador. I am really liking this back here. I wish, though, that I could make it kind of, I don't know, maybe matte black might look nicer for the back part. But also at the same time, I'd like carbon fibre there. Maybe the matte black carbon fibre, or maybe just the normal carbon fibre like I've got on the bonnet. Anyway, without delay, that chopper's trying to die. Let's see what it sounds like. I expected it to sound a little bit different, but hey, it's not bad. So normally I'd buy Lamborghinis on games already, like straight away, but the Aventador I just didn't because I bought the F12. I think the F12 being on the game has really just replaced it for me. And this thing's gripping even with drag tyres. So I'm quite liking this already. I love this track so much. I probably should have chosen a track though with a few more corners just to see what it's like. Alright, so that's one thing I want to do straight away. So let's very quickly have a look what we've got. So we could change the towards the acceleration, which I'm probably going to do, but I don't want to affect the 0 to 60 too much. Sorry, the top speed too much. So let's see what we can do. Like, I don't think I'll ever really reach 200 in it. So I'm going to move it more towards acceleration again. I think as long as, yeah, we've actually just increased the top speed by moving it towards acceleration. So let's keep going with that. So we're 229. 22. It's gone back down. So let's go back round to that area there, which was around here somewhere, if you actually want to simulate quicker game. Almost there. There we go. So more towards acceleration as far as we possibly go, and that. So we could do individual gears, but I'm not really going to bother with that right now. Going to remove some of the negative camber on that. And for the toe angle, what do we got? Toe out brings sides closer together than the fronts. Turn in response. So I want to toe out a little bit more maybe at the front. Well, it's not on at all, so let's very quickly do that. And we'll keep that as that. Okay, so I'm going to lower the suspension completely. Now, I could completely stiffen up the suspension, but I think I want a little bit of bounce at the same time. So I'll stiffen it up, but not as much as I would normally do. Because I kind of, like, in circuit cars, I kind of like a little bit of bounce. Like, in muscle cars, a lot of bounce is very nice. I quite like that. So, I don't know. Oh, not too much on that. For the aero, I'm going to keep the aero as it is, but I'm going to put it on 30 so it's an even number. And for the diff, we're on quite weird numbers. So I'm going to go 75. And actually, I'm going to lower that down to about 70. Lower that down to 70. Lower this down to 60. And bring this up to 60 as well. And then change the balance back down here to 60. Yeah, that sounds about right to me. Okay, so that's pretty much all I want to do, and give that a go. So I've never really tuned a circuit car other than doing, you know, making it turn better and, you know, dropping the suspension. There isn't really much you need to do, really, because they're kind of made for everything like this. Alright. So, yeah, I think... Oh, I still want a bit more turning response than that. It's not... I know I'm accelerating while doing it, but I need a little bit more to make it more for me. So I'm going to toe out a little bit more there. It is toe out I need, isn't it? Yeah, so increases turning response but decreases stability. So for the negative camber, that will... I always forget, I have to reread it, but I know once I've read it. Positive camber reduces oversteer but can make the car unstable, which is next to useless for me, but reduces understeer and increases cornering grip. So I'm going to decrease it a little bit more, because that would make total sense. And we'll give it a go again. Alright, let's get out of the cockpit view for you so you can actually see the Lamborghini moving while tapping the wall. So I've actually been using the rear view a little bit more than the cockpit view now. In circuit races I use the cockpit view, probably more so, but I've been trying to kind of get it, like, learn to drive as well with this view, mainly because I obviously want you guys to see exactly what I'm doing. And I think, like, for videos it's a lot better to have the rear view. Alright, so I want to try and kind of slide it a bit more now, see what I can get out of it, because with me, I'm kind of used to four-wheel drive. Four-wheel drive is my thing right now. So I really just want to see if we can get it to slide, and it kind of feels natural if I need more power or something. Not that you'd need much more power than this provides. Okay, way too quick through there. Alright, let's give it a go on this corner anyway. It still doesn't turn as well as I'd expect it to. There you go, made a drift car. Now, okay, so what I want to do again is very quickly, it's still a very, very, very stable. So I want to toe out a little bit more, which should decrease the stability. Not that that's a good thing, but it'll also, you know, help us with the turning response. So let's see, we've got 6 and 3 at the minute, so let's go 1.2 and 6. Now I know the turning response won't necessarily help the, obviously the rear tyres, but as long as we keep some, I think it would help somewhat. Okay, it's a little bit unstable now for twitchy driving that I'd normally do, but I feel as if I can get into corners much better now. But then again, I've started sliding it on that last corner, so... Alright, come on. I need a better track to kind of tune these, but I think the end part of this track, like, I guess it's really the middle section, I think is quite good for testing if you can power down a lot of the time. Because of these like tight corners towards the edge and you're going downhill, you've really got to kind of stay on edge to make sure that you get it right. Alright, so it's going a lot smoother than the last time. I don't think I've actually driven any Lamborghinis on this game yet, which is kind of weird because, as I said, normally what I do is literally have everything Lamborghini. As soon as I can get a Lamborghini Gallardo, bought. But on this, I think my first like car in that area that I bought was a GTR, and then it was a, I think it was a F12, as I said, yeah. But I think we've pretty much got it with this car. Exactly how I'd want it. Bit of a weird angle there, but I almost got that. So yeah, anyway, that's the Aventador really done and ready for what I'm going to be using. So if you've seen this video, you already know slightly what I'm going to be using in the summer festival for the S-Class circuit racing. So, you know, if you want to copy exactly what I've done, then that's up to you. But if you want to make something better, then obviously you can. But are your driving skills up to scratch? Because I'm like the best driver ever. Okay, I'm not that good, but yeah, I think it's pretty cool that you can actually see what I'm doing with the builds. Obviously, I may tune it a little bit more after when I've kind of done these videos, but I've really got exactly what I need from these videos, like the main foundations of the car. So I'll leave you with this. Thank you ever so much for watching me play Forza Motorsport 5 once again, and I will see you tomorrow if you are joining us for the summer festival, and I'll see you tomorrow if you're ready for a revival of a series that I've not really touched for a little while. BlackPanthaa out. Peace.